Hello, my name is Bahar, and today I will be discussing about microplastics and human health. Many people do not realize how tiny pieces of plastic that we call microplastics are being found in the food we eat, the water we drink, and even inside the human body. Because plastic is used in everyday products such as packaging, clothing, and water bottles, most people are unknowingly exposed to microplastics every single day. I became interested in this topic after learning that scientists have discovered microplastics in human blood, which raises serious questions on how these particles might affect our health. Today, I will discuss how microplastics enter the human body, how they are being absorbed and transported within the body, and also the potential health risks associated with the exposure of these particles. First, many people consume microplastics through the food and the drinks we consume daily. According to Stephanie Wright and Frank Kelly, a research done in environmental science and technology, microplastics are commonly found in seafood, bottled water, and even table salt. This means that ingestion is one of the most common ways humans are exposed to these particles. In addition to food and water, people can also inhale microplastics from the air. These particles come from synthetic fabrics, plastic materials, and household dust. For example, every time synthetic clothing like polyester is washed or worn, tiny plastic fibers are released into the environment and can enter the air that we breathe. Because plastics break down very slowly in the environment, these microscopic particles accumulate in the air, the soil, and the water, increasing the chances that humans will come into contact with them somehow in their lifetime. Now that we understand how microplastics enter the body, it is important to examine what happens once these particles are inside the human body. Once inside the body, microplastics may be absorbed and transported through the biological system. According to Wright and Kelly, extremely small plastic particles may pass through the digestive system and potentially move into the body tissues. Scientists have recently detected microplastics in human blood, lungs, and also placenta, suggesting that these particles may circulate through the body. In fact, according to a research published by Leslie and her colleagues in the Journal of Environmental Studies, scientists discovered that microplastics in the blood samples of most people tested in the study. Because microplastics are so small and durable, the human body may have difficulty removing them once they enter the tissues and our organs, which raises concerns about what long-term exposure to these particles might do to the human health. Scientists are increasingly concerned about the potential health risks linked to the microplastic exposure. According to Rice and Kelly, microplastic can carry harmful chemicals and pollutions that may enter the body along with the plastic particles. Some of these chemicals may cause inflammation, disrupt hormones, or damage cells, depending of the level of exposure, of course. Additionally, the World Health Organization explains that while research is still ongoing about the effects of microplastics, microplastics may act as a carrier for toxic substances, and they're still being studied about the effects on human health and how other substances can enter the body through these particles. Because plastic production still continues to increase worldwide, understanding these risks has become very important in environmental and health research. Here is a quote that I love. "It's only one straw," said 8 billion people. This means that if we don't stop buying and consuming from plastic material, it's never gonna end, and everyone is just gonna say it's only one straw, it doesn't matter. In conclusion, microplastics are becoming an important environmental and health concern. Today, we explored how microplastics enter the body through food, water, and air, how they can move through our biological system, and the potential health risks scientists are continuing to study. As plastic pollution continues to grow around the world, understanding the effects of microplastics on our health will be essential for protecting both the environment and future generations. Thank you so much for listening to my speech today. I hope it'll be an inspiration for you to consume less plastic and protect our environment and your health. Thank you so much.